Are you ready to learn the secrets behind some of America's most famous tourist spots? In this one-of-a-kind trip, we show you the country's top real estate owners. Who owns the skyscrapers that line our towns and the business hubs that keep our economy going? Get ready to be amazed as we look into the lives of these real estate giants and learn how they did so well. Who is in charge of these huge businesses, and how do they control the market? Get ready for an interesting look at American real estate, where each building has a story. Are you ready to figure out the mysteries of America's main real estate owners? Brent Donald. His net worth is $18 billion. Through his Irvine Company, Brent is in charge of a real estate empire that encompasses more than 129 million square feet of office buildings, residences, and shopping malls across the state of California. In addition, he has a 97.5% ownership in the MetLife building in Manhattan, 3 office towers in Chicago, and 2 golf courses. In the year 2022, the Irvine firm sold 2 hotels in Orange County for a total of roughly $300 million. Additionally, the firm is currently investing $30 million on the renovation of its office skyscraper located on the riverfront in Chicago, which is located at 300 North LaSalle. Stephen Ross. $10.1 billion in net worth. Ross is a tax attorney who has transitioned into the real estate development industry. He initially entered the industry in 1972 when he established related companies, which primarily focused on affordable housing. With a joint venture in London and more than $60 billion in assets spread across the United States, Related, which is best known for the Hudson Yards construction in New York City, today owns and manages more than $60 billion. While the company has been expanding its operations into South Florida, it has also become the largest owner of commercial real estate in West Palm Beach. In August, the company purchased a development site in West Palm Beach for a price of $195 million. There was also a relocation this year for Ross, who is the owner of the Miami Dolphins, although it was not to the state of Florida. His penthouse in Manhattan, which was located above Columbus Circle, was ultimately sold for $40 million in January, which made it possible for him to relocate to his new residence, which is located 25 blocks south and encompasses the full 92nd floor of 35 Hudson Yards. Leonard Stern. New York is the location of Leonard Stern's residence. His net worth is $8.1 billion. Due to a gift of $30 million that was made in 1988, Stern is most well known for being the namesake of the business school at New York University. However, the wealthy donor derives his fortune from Hartz Mountain, a company that owns more than 260 buildings across the states of Florida, Georgia, Maryland, New Jersey, New York, and the Carolinas. The majority of these assets are industrial holdings, but they also include offices, hotels, and apartments. It is believed that Stern's fortune increased by around $500 million over the course of the previous year as a result of the robust demand for industrial real estate and apartments. Igor Olenikov. His net worth $7.7 billion. Olenikov, a Russian immigrant who was born in Iran and fled the Soviet Union with his family when he was 15 years old, is the owner of more than 8 million square feet of office space and over 17,000 residential units through his Olin properties. These properties are located in the states of Arizona, California, Florida, Georgia, Nevada, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee. This year, he further expanded his residential real estate holdings by purchasing 2 apartment complexes in Duluth, Georgia, and Raleigh, North Carolina, each of which cost him a total of $165 million. Jeff Green. $7.5 billion in net worth. During the housing crisis that occurred in 2007 and 2008, Green made a fortune by purchasing credit default swaps on subprime mortgage-backed bonds. He gained a total of $800 million from these transactions. After that, he applied that profit to the purchase of a portfolio consisting of apartments, condominium buildings, hotels, and office properties, primarily located in the states of Pennsylvania, New York, and California. Despite the fact that Green's net worth has increased by an estimated $300 million over the course of the past year as a result of consistent condo sales and rent growth for his apartments in Los Angeles, Manhattan, and South Florida, he is concerned that older office buildings that are burdened with debt pose a threat to the real estate industry as well as the entire economy. It's going to take a long time to clean this mess up, he told Forbes in May. Edward Roski Jr. $7.4 billion of net assets. Majestic Realty Company was established in 1948 by Edward Roski, Sr., Roski Jr.'s father, who was the initial founder of the real estate developer. Roski Jr. inherited the company from his father. In addition to being one of the largest owners of master-planned business parks in the country, the company is also the owner of more than 90 million square feet of industrial, office, sports, entertainment, and hotel properties. Tenants in these parks include companies such as Amazon, UPS, and Walmart. Roski is also a minority owner of the Los Angeles Kings of the National Hockey League and the Los Angeles Lakers of the National Basketball Association. In the 1990s, he was instrumental in the building of the Crypto.com arena that both of these clubs use. Annette Lerner and family. $6.5 billion in net worth. When Ted Lerner passed away in February, his wife Annette and their 3 children, Mark, Deborah, and Marla, inherited his real estate fortune. His wife Annette was the sole beneficiary of his inheritance. It was in 1952 when Annette lent $250 to Ted, who was 26 years old at the time, in order for him to start a real estate company and sell homes for developers. This was the beginning of Lerner Enterprises. In the Washington, District of Columbia area, it is now one of the largest property owners, with interests ranging from office and residential properties to retail and hospitality establishments, as well as sports and entertainment venues. Additionally, Annette and her children are the majority owners of the Washington Nationals of Major League Baseball, MLB, and minority investors in Monumental Sports, the parent company of the Washington Wizards of the National Basketball Association, NBA, the Washington Capitals of the National Hockey League, NHL, and the Washington Mystics of the Women's National Basketball Association, WNBA. Neil Blum. His value of the company is $6.3 billion. Blum's gambling and real estate business extends from his Rivers casinos in the Northeast and Midwest to Century City Center in Los Angeles, a brand new office tower that is 700,000 square feet in size and will be the new home of talent and sports agency CAA when it is finished in 2026. Blum's enterprise is based in Chicago. During the month of January, Rivers' most recent casino opened its doors in Portsmouth, Virginia, and it rapidly surpassed its competitors to become the most popular gambling destination in the state. Reportedly, he is also forming a partnership with Vornado, a publicly traded real estate investment company, in order to submit a proposal for one of New York's casino licenses, with the intention of focusing on the region surrounding Penn Station. John A. Sobrato family. Value of the company, $5.9 billion. During his time as a student at Santa Clara University, Sobrato began selling residences in Palo Alto. Subsequently, he moved into the business of developing industrial buildings alongside his mother. In 1979, he established the Sobrato Organization. In 1998, he instilled his son, John Michael, with the responsibility of running the company, which is comprised of more than 7 million square feet of commercial and residential properties in the northern region of California. In 2018, John Michael resigned from his position as CEO, and Matthew Sunsini, who had previously served as Chief Investment Officer, took their place. A pilot project to help ease the scarcity of affordable housing in Silicon Valley was purchased by the Sobrato Foundation, which is owned by the Sobrato family. In May, the Sobrato Foundation paid $26 million to purchase a 68-unit apartment complex in Santa Clara. Robert Faith, currently residing in Charleston, South Carolina, with a net worth of almost $5.8 billion. Greystar, a company situated in Charleston, South Carolina, which provides services in the areas of property and investment management as well as real estate development, was founded by Faith, who also holds the bulk of the company's ownership. Greystar, which is the largest manager of apartments and multifamily developers in the United States, maintains and runs more than $240 billion worth of real estate across 5 continents, the majority of which is comprised of apartments. Additionally, the company has an investment management platform that administers more than $75 billion worth of possessions. Student Roost, the third largest student housing provider in the United Kingdom, was acquired by Greystar in December for an amount that was not disclosed. The acquisition was made in conjunction with the Singaporean Sovereign Wealth Fund (GIC). Subscribe now to uncover the secrets of America's real estate giants and stay ahead of the curve in the property market.